the joy of seeing your name, your very own name in print online. It's such a gratifying feeling. I mean, having all those words come together in that article and your name is out there. My name is Isabella Akinseye and welcome to my channel. Now, if you're new here, you'll find out that I share my experiences as a media entrepreneur and educationist living here in Nigeria. And in past videos, I've been talking about live presenting, TV, radio, starting out a career in the media, and I started reflecting on my journey. A lot of people knew me first as a writer, Isabella Akinseye. Maybe they've seen my byline in True Love West Africa, TW Magazine, Next Newspaper. You also had Beyond Weddings Magazine. You had Arik In-Flight Magazine. The list goes on. Elan. There was a time I was really writing this day style. You just see my name, Isabella Akinseye, Isabella Akinseye. And I was just thinking, wow. It was quite a journey, and sometimes you wish you had somebody to handhold you, to help you with the experience. And every now and again, I get a message either on Facebook or my DM saying, oh, I saw that you wrote this essay and you placed third in a competition. How do I get advice? How do I get started? I need tips from you. And really, I've been writing for many, many years. So I just said, you know what, let me just reflect on my journey and share that, because I think having good writing skills will go a long way, whether or not you decide to pursue a career in the media. I mean, if you're in the office, you have to write reports, right? But now today's vlog is focused on article writing. So I'm going to be giving you 7 tips to getting your article published. So let's start with number 1, research. You have to research. You have to research your target audience, your target market, your target publication. I look back at my journey when I wanted to start writing for True Love West Africa magazine. This was in 2008, I believe, or 2009. And trust me, I did my research. I bought several copies. You'll be thinking that I'm studying for examination. I had copies. I will read it. I'll look at the bylines. I'll look at the length of the articles. I'll look at the style, the tone, the language, the illustrations. I was researching it like it was my final year project, just to write an article and get published. So you need to do your research. Now let's move to number 2. You need to inquire. You have to reach out to the editor, reach out to the commissioning editor, reach out to the publisher. You can even reach out to line editors. Just reach out to someone on the team that can give you an answer. Why do you need to inquire? You need to find out if the magazine, the newspaper is open for submissions. Are they taking unsolicited submissions, or do you have to be commissioned to write an article and get published? So make your inquiries. In my case, I reached out to Mrs. Bola Atta, the then editor of True Love West Africa, and she was really nice. Like, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, and thank you, Ma, if you're watching this. She responded. I shared my interest in contributing to the magazine, and she was quite positive and really encouraging. So you really need to make your inquiries. That's the only way that you'll find out if there's a chance for your work to get out there. And you can imagine how elated I was when she said yes to some of my ideas. I was like, yes. So what did I do? Number 3, I started with an outline. You need like a map, a blueprint, a guideline, so that the article doesn't go here, go there, come here, come back. No, the article is structured. You know, if you go back to school, they'll tell you about an intro, the body, and the conclusion. And the intro is 1 paragraph, the conclusion is 1 paragraph, and then the body could be between 3 to 5 paragraphs. This is just a standard article or essay. But then you have that outline to guide you, because publications have their word requirements, they have their guidelines on how they want the articles to be presented. So that outline at least helps you to just put down all your thoughts. Like, okay, this one, where will it go? Will it go in the intro? Will it go in the 3rd paragraph, the 5th paragraph? Put down the outline. Now, number 4, what do you do after the outline? You write. Yes, that's the hard work. You start writing, you start fleshing out that outline. You know how you say, okay, in the outline, you might put 2 sentences, the conclusion, 1 sentence, and maybe you just have topics for all the paragraphs. Now you do the hard work of writing, and that's where research also comes in. You have to research, you have to, if it's an interview, you go ahead and conduct the interview. If you need to quote sources, you look for the sources. I mean, articles, depending on what you're writing, there's usually a flow, and it's writing. You do have to put in the work. There's no other way to say it. So now let's move to number 5. After you've written, you know what you do next? Just chill. Like, chill first, because you need to edit. So number 5 is you need to edit. And why I said you should chill, because I feel like sometimes writing is like, you know how when you're baking, they tell you to knead the dough and then allow the dough to rest because you've worked the dough. And I think that's the same thing with writing. After you've written, you need to take a step back, allow it to rest, then come back to it with fresh eyes. It's even better if your writing can be edited by somebody else. I know when you're starting out, you might think, who will I ask? You have your friends, you have your family, you have your loved ones, you have your teachers, you have your work colleagues, and you can say, please, can you have a look at it? Can you help me edit this thing? Where do you think I should change, or what do you think about it? And take their criticism, constructive criticism, and see how you can improve on the flow, improve on the writing, improve on the grammar, the punctuation. So important that you edit your work. You don't just write and hasta la vista. Nope. And that takes me to number 6. After you edit, you proofread. Now, proofreading is different from editing. You know, with editing, you can move things around. Okay, get rid of this sentence. You know, you can change the intro in a certain way to fit the conclusion. You can really move things around. With proofreading, what you're doing is you're dotting your I's and you're crossing your T's. You're going through that writing with a fine-tooth comb. You really want to make sure that there are places where the full stops need to be there, they're there. Places where you need apostrophes, commas, inverted commas, quotation marks, they need to be there. That proofreading, again, it is better you get somebody else, different from the editor, to actually proofread the work. But if you're just starting out, you might be thinking, I don't have anyone. If you've exhausted all your options, what you can do is read out your article word for word. Don't rush it. And the advantage of reading out your article is that you begin to hear how it sounds. How does the article flow? When you read your article, you identify very long sentences. You know those sentences that you take one deep breath and that breath is not enough, and you're like, wait, there should be a comma somewhere, there should be a full stop. It needs to be broken down. It needs to be broken up into different parts. So it's so important that you proofread. And trust me, I'm a writer, I'm an editor, I've also been a publisher. And there's nothing that irks me so much when people just are lazy and sloppy with their proofreading. It's like, you know how you've cooked this lovely meal, then you just go and serve it anyhow, like no finishing, nothing. Like that icing on the cake is everything. So that takes me to what? Number 7. Can you guess what it is? You need to submit. So you've done all the work. Don't think somebody is going to break into your house, into your computer, and magically collect the article from you. No, you actually have to submit. And now every publication has their own process. You know, back in the days, back in the days, people used to submit via post, via fax machine. These days, you have emails. So that's the very common one. When I started, I did a lot of email submissions. Some people might still insist on hard copy. You might want to go and take it in, but you need to follow the guidelines when submitting. And what does that mean? It means that don't go and do your article in caps lock and in red, because sometimes they will specify, this is the font type, the font size, the spacing, the way you should reference. Other times, you need to just apply common sense and wisdom and know that, okay, 12 point, 1.5 spacing, you know, nice regular fonts, you know, like your Times New Roman. You can also have Calibri, Garamond. These are just a few fonts that are professional. And that's where we end it. 7 tips to helping you get publishing that first article. Let me know how it goes. For me, I've written tons of articles, I've lost count. And what I can tell you is that every time I look at that blank screen, that page is like starting all over again. So why am I saying this? Let's help each other. Let's share our tips. I want to hear from you. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know how you got on. If this is your first time writing an article, let me know. Even if you've been rejected, that's okay. Sometimes you will get constructive criticism and you'll get the opportunity to rework the piece and resubmit it, and who knows, you might be lucky and you might get published. Other times you just take the learning and you keep improving and improving. So let me hear from you. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you've been enjoying the content. Let me know what you'd like to see on this channel and share your experiences. You can also follow me across my social media platforms. On Facebook and Instagram, just search for my name, Isabella Akinseye. You'll also find that on LinkedIn, but on Twitter it's Akinseye. That's IAKINSEYE. So I'm waiting for you. Like, yeah, if you're sliding into the DM, slide with serious stuff. Like, don't come and, you know, toast me or anything like that. Let's just keep it like business, straight to the point and everything. I'm not saying my DM is open for marketing or anything like that. But yeah, thank you so much for dropping by my channel. And I can't wait to come back with another video. So till then, all I have to say is goodbye and thanks for watching.